Hello, my name's Sam from Social Helpers, and I felt like making this video to document some ideas around how to help people to get started with coaching in marketing their business and from a digital marketing perspective. And some of the things that I notice when people approach me wanting help with their social media is they have some mindsets that they start off with that of things that they believe are the way to a view approaching it that sometimes make it difficult for them to get some help from me because there's a few hurdles that they can't get over in their understanding of how I can help them, and sometimes I find that they're not able to engage with me to get that help because of these mindsets. So one of the first things I notice is that because we live in a world where there's so much information constantly on the internet, we can develop a mindset that information's free because if you want to know something, you can Google it. People are giving away so much information as part of their marketing, and that it actually is a marketing strategy that has been proven to work for businesses. But the downside of that is actually means that people sometimes don't appreciate like coaching and mentoring from the perspective that sometimes people have unique skill sets and backgrounds that having access to that wisdom can actually save a business a lot of time and money and stress as well. So that's one of the things in offering digital marketing coaching is actually understanding that you've got someone that has spent a lot of time in that area researching and learning about all the different things that go on in that space. So that's the first thing, is an understanding of value and being able to see that like you would any other item that you need in your business that you need to pay for as part of your business running expenses. So getting people to understand the value in ideas and content. And then once they can actually understand that, then they can actually understand how to create that in their own content. So a lot of what we see in social media marketing is actually finding people online. So the same as you would go to a networking function and meet people, or you would have people come into your shop in a physical location and you would meet them and interact with them. The same thing happens online in social media. So if you go out and into social media land and you just start going sell, buy my product, look at me, and you don't actually consider that those people aren't there for that purpose. They're actually there because they want connection and they want to engage with meaningful relationships. The world is a very lonely, isolating place, and people often go on social media for more connection. So they go be part of groups, they comment on friends' things that they post because they're actually wanting to be part of community, and that is an inbuilt desire in all of us, is to be part of community. And the same thing happens when you're growing a customer base, is you actually want them to want to be part of your community, not just want your product, because if all they want is that immediate need met that they could get met by hundreds of other people, what's so special about you? Why are they going to keep coming back to you? So it's about relationship. And the same as if you went into a networking function and you just bombarded everyone with your business card and just constantly were all about you, and constantly wanted them just to know what you were selling and what you were doing, and look around the room and see how many people can I talk to, how many of my needs can I get met today. People sense that and they think, well, he's not actually here to help me, he's in it all for himself. So you need to actually be aware that it's about giving, and the more that you can give, whether it be of your heart and your passion into how you're helping people, whether it be the giveaways that you're able to do that are a win-win for the customer and for your business, all of these things are actually about understanding how relationships work, and not forgetting that just because you've been conditioned by traditional media to sell and put up a kind of like a mask, like this is the perfect image we portray, and we want you to do these actions and this is what you have to do. And social media has really broken down the walls on that, because it's like, well, actually no, this is our space and we will tell you as a customer how we want to be interacted with. And so actually creating content that is meaningful, engaging, and is reaching their needs gets you a slight bit of real estate in their mind. And if you keep doing that and you keep feeding into and nurturing them into what they need to build them up, then that's what's going to start developing your brand recognition and the trust with them, so that when they make a decision that they do want to engage with you at a monetary level, that there's definite value and low risk there for them, and that they can actually be able to know that it's a wise investment for them. So there's a lot of so much training around on social media strategy and how to use different platforms, and all of those skills can be learnt, but the key thing is your heart. So if you're not prepared to create an environment in your workplace where people are coming from the right heart place, then you're going to have some wrong motives operating, and that's going to show through in what you do. So in creating a social media plan and a strategy, you actually need to spend time brainstorming with people like myself that can actually walk you through that creative process, explain to you how to create an environment in your workplace to help creativity flourish in your marketing, so that you're actually involving your whole staff, and you're actually looking at who all your customers are as people and how to best involve them in what you're doing to raise them up. So for example, if you're B2B and you work out how you can raise the profile of the businesses that are working with you, because then the more you lift them up, the more it also naturally lifts you up. So that's one simple strategy on its own. So creating an environment that nurtures creativity and engagement to be added to your marketing, where it's about how can we use practical things to bring about success in sharing our message. So for example, if you know that your target market really loves travel, you don't actually have to be selling travel to talk about travel. You can actually look at how to incorporate that love and inspire them and connect it with your product in the content that you make. And that's actually a way to gain their interest and to help them to feel inspired and see how you may be able to help them. So there's a lot of things that can be done in referral networks, where you can actually work with other businesses to value add to each other's customers and provide rewards to each other and incentives for being loyal and to shop within your network, but also by being able to see how you can improve their daily life from the simplest to the most extravagant ways, so that they get a sense of reward and purpose in being connected to you. And so as far as another common thing that I see is people just straight away want to focus on, how do I get leads? I just want to convert sales. And I understand that from a business perspective, that is an immediate need that you have. However, from a customer's point of view, they don't care about your leads, and you're making them feel like a number. And approaching it in that way is not healthy either. So if you actually want to convert, it's about relationship and relationship building.